Spring is here, and that means motorcyclists are everywhere, and there's lots going on. But when the month of May rolls in, things really get moving for the motorcycle community, and especially for those of us of the production crew of Ridin Steel. Every weekend there are 2 to 3 rides to choose from, to attend and film. We of Ridin Steel are busy planning our own Ride for Lyme, help out the Mid-Coast Lyme disease support and education people. And on that same day, it's International Female Rider Day. Throughout the month, there are charity rides every weekend. Heroes Helping Heroes Polka Run, Masonic Youth Charity Ride, Kennebec County's Domestic Violence Ride, Honor and Stone, Wounded Vets Ride, and Marlee's Ride. For the past several years, we've been filming Marlee's Ride in hopes of assisting the Johnston family and building the attendance and support for this very special ride. The Johnstons lost their daughter Marlee when she was killed by a neighbor while out walking her dog. Marlee loved camping, so they decided to create a scholarship that would cover the costs of young ladies wishing to attend the Julia Kluge Camp for Girls. And we'll also be covering the Fire and Iron Memorial Ride that took place last May of 2016. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ridin Steel. We're here in Winthrop, Maine for Marlee's Ride once again. And with me I have Misty Labby and Todd Sanders, a familiar face. Misty's new, and she's going to be helping us out with Ridin Steel today, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Todd, how you been?
I've been good. How you been, Steve?
I'm doing pretty good. We're here at Marlee's Ride. This ride's very important to you, isn't it, Misty?
Yes, it is. It's close friends of the family, and we want to be here to support them. The weather kind of stinks, but we're going to deal with it.
That's right. We took off from Topsom, Maine, the Fairground Cafe this morning, and the weather was cloudy, overcast skies, and we started hitting rain about halfway here. And but, you know, bikers are still showing up, and it looks like we're going to have a fair turnout. All right, so stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. Ridin Steel is brought to you in part by
Ray Labby & Sons Incorporated in Brunswick, a family-owned construction company servicing the Mid-Coast area since 1955. Northern Energy Services LLC of Maine, your locally owned business for residential energy audits, insulation, air sealing, and performance upgrades. For all your home energy needs, it's Northern Energy Services.
Hundred roaring engines riding steel, hearts gleaming in the sun, we're riding steel. The rubber hits the road, I'm done doing what I'm told. I'm doing what I want, riding steel. Leather on my back and the wind in my face. I'm one with the highway and with the human race. This iron horse will separate the bull from what is real. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. It's the nature of the beast, we're riding steel. We're riding steel.
Welcome back to Ridin Steel. I'm Misty Labby, and I'm here with Julia Kluge and also Todd Sanders. We are here today to talk about the Marlee Ride. And how did you get involved in all of this?
The Johnston family approached me. I started a summer camp for girls here in the Reedfield area in 2012, and Marlee was a huge fan of camp. You know, she loved being outdoors, and so they saw it as a way to really, you know, remember their daughter and her best version of herself. And it's an honor to be a part of this every year and to, you know, have the Johnston family send these funds to send girls that are underprivileged in the area to camp.
Do you know about how many kids you have sent to camp?
Close to 40 we've sent so far. Last year we sent 9, the year before 8, the year before 6, so it grows a little bit every year. And they're, you know, kids from the same community that Marlee grew up in, so it's a pretty special partnership.
What does the camp do for girls?
Yeah, so it's a 2-week camp for girls. The whole focus is building self-confidence, learning how to set goals for yourself, and just trying to give these girls who are ages 8 through 12 the skills they need as they enter middle and high school to make good decisions for themselves, to go on and chase their dreams, to never limit themselves, because they're girls. And then, obviously being a summer camp in Maine, we swim and kayak and archery and sports and art and all that fun stuff.
So now the camp was up and running before the tragic event, and they came together after that?
It was. So I actually host my camp at Camp KV, which is the Kennebec Valley YMCA's camp. So for the first 2 weeks of summer, it's Julia Kluge's camp for girls, and then it goes back to being Camp KV, which is for both girls and boys.
Now we know Julia Kluge because of our organization that's been covering this event for now three rides. But for people who are watching, maybe the first time they've watched this, why don't you tell us? You mentioned dreams and aspirations for young women. Obviously, you had dreams and aspirations, and you achieved them. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background as an Olympian?
I did, yeah. So I've been competing in the sport of luge for 19 years now. I fell into the sport randomly. I just was a kid that would try anything once and just really fell in love with the sport. And I competed in the 2010 Olympics, and I'm currently training for the 2018 Games.
Now, luge is, in Maine we have snow and kids go down hills on toboggans or sleds. But how did luge come to be an appeal to you?
Yeah, it was really randomly. We do a recruitment tour in the summer, so they came to Portland back in 1997. So that was my first introduction to the sport. And then I went to Lake Placid, New York, and tried it on ice, and that's when I fell in love. And so that's where our team's based out of, is Lake Placid, New York.
So what does the training and preparation go for? And the next Olympics are where?
The next Olympics are in South Korea in 2018, and right now I'm in my off-season training, so it's a lot of lifting weights, running, things of that nature, getting ready for the sliding season in October.
So not only is the camp an inspiration for girls, but you should be an inspiration for girls. So congratulations. We obviously wish you the best of luck, and we'll be following your progress in a few years. Behind me, you see the riders that participated in the 2016 Marlee's ride returning from their poker run. They'll gather here, they'll get their final card here, and we'll find out who had the best hand, who got the most chances to win some of the prizes that have been donated. So the weather held off for us today. It was a little cooler than we would have liked, but the rain held off, and everybody enjoyed the ride. It was a safe ride. Everybody's returned safely here to Peppers. We'll talk to a few people, and then we'll have a wrap-up for the 2016 Marlee ride.
We're here with Peter Labby and Judy Labby of Ray Labby and Sons Excavation, and also my aunt and uncle. Peter, Judy, can you tell me why you came out to support this event today?
Sure. We've been known the Johnsons for a long time. It's been a great event way to celebrate the memory of their daughter, Marlee, and it's for a great cause. Helps the kids at Kents Hill Academy and wherever the other proceeds they decide to send it to that year for that event. So it's a good way to get out and just see everybody and keep supporting.
Awesome. And do you, Todd?
We said earlier it's a great ride, and I think it was your mom and dad that I think got me interested, because I believe it was them that hooked me up to come up for the first ride that we did it. If I remember right, it might have been Tom Atwood and myself that came up and covered a ride, the first ride. So, they couldn't be here because obviously they're traveling back from Florida, and I'm sure we missed them, and they wish they could be here. But, the Labby family has had a lot to do with promoting this ride and making more people aware of it. So, kudos to you and your whole family for the support they provided for the ride.
One thing I could say about it is we went by Kents Hill today, and it was the most spectacular looking facility. So it was really amazing.
Well, thank you again for coming out and supporting Ridin Steel and the Marlee ride.
Ride for Help and Hope to benefit My Breast Cancer Support, August 12th, 8:30 a.m. with kickstands up at 11 a.m. at the American Legion Route 125 in Epping, New Hampshire. For more information, email Brenda Smith at bssmith_new41@yahoo.com. Marlee's Ride, a ride to remember, Sunday, May 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Pepper's Garden Grill in Winthrop. Kickstands up at noon. Your $20 donation also gets you into the barbecue. Music by Caldwell Brothers. For more information, call Pepper's Garden Grill at 377-8877 or email Ted Johnston at gwi.net. Proceeds provide scholarships to the Julia Kluge Summer Camp for Girls at Camp KV.
Welcome back, and I'm standing here with Rick DuPont from
Fire and Iron Station 30, Augusta, Maine.
And you are the current president.
I am.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Tell us about the ride that's going on today.
This is the Fallen Rider Memorial Ride to represent, all of our fallen past friends that have gone down on a motorcycle that have left us too soon. What we wanted to do, Station 30 wanted to put together a ride to memorialize everybody that we've known. We have a huge biker community in this area. Everybody knows everybody, and all the clubs know each other. What we want to do is we're going to take a short ride, a 38-mile ride in remembrance of all of our fallen riders. We have a band later on, starts at 1 o'clock. We have some raffle prizes, we have some 50-50, we have some auction items. It's just a beautiful day, and we appreciate everybody, and thank all the sponsors who came out and helped us this year. It's been a great event so far.
So can you give us a little bit of history about this ride?
This has been the Scott Hubbard Memorial Ride for the last 5 years. What we did, we changed it a little bit this year to include people like Tommy Dorsey that left us too soon, Kenneth Black, and all of our fallen rider friends to bring us all together to remember, why we do this. We're bikers, we love it. We love it's a short season in Maine, but we're just a big family. And when something happens, we all come together to help each other.
Now, in the past, how much money has been raised?
We've raised quite I'm not exactly sure on the dollar amount. I know it's in the thousands. What it does is we have a fund that if somebody gets injured or, God forbid, killed, they can present it to our station, Station 30, and we will allocate up to $500 for that family. That'll help pay for, gas, lodging, anything just to help them out to get through their bad time.
That answers one of my questions. I have another one, okay? Like on the average now, you've been doing this for what, 6 years, 5-6 years, this ride?
I think this is our 5th year.
5th year, right?
Yeah.
And how many motorcyclists have you been assisting throughout those years on the average?
Usually about 5 to 6 families a year.
5 to 6 families a year. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a good job. It really is.
Yeah, we give out all of what we take in.
Right.
And then it's like this year, this ride, blanketing it like we have, next year is going to be even bigger. So we hope to help more families in that situation.
Right.
So.
Because we've had a couple of riders already go down this year, and one was killed. We held a bike night just last week to help out Jeff Sickles' family, or create a scholarship fund in his name.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, did any of them reach out to you by any
Nobody
chance?
has reached out to us at this time.
Yeah.
It's tough. We hear about them, but they actually need to contact us because there are a lot of bikers. We lost 32 bikers last year in Maine, as you know.
Right.
And we try to help everybody, but we don't know if somebody doesn't come to us.
Right. So how do they get a hold of you then, Rick? How do they find you? What's the
Through
phone number to call?
You can call me personally. You can call a representative. We have a representative for the state of Maine, but our station is the only one that does this particular fund.
Right.
So you could call my cell phone personally.
Well,
it's 242-5992.
Excellent.
And my name is Rick Dupont. I'm the president of Station 30, Augusta, Maine. And, we want to do this every year and continue just to make it bigger and better so we can help more people.
Right. What other things do Fire and Iron wrap themselves around anyways?
Well, we try to, help all the community as far as just getting out there and supporting other clubs for their functions, and whether it be any of the clubs that have a function, we like to support their cause and just go do whatever we can.
Yeah, build on the brotherhood, basically.
Build on the
right?
brotherhood, yes,
Right.
exactly.
So who are you going to be thinking about today when you're on this ride, buddy? I know you've been around for a while. Seen it for years.
Yeah, I've seen it for years, and we've lost a lot of good people. We're going to be thinking about Tommy, of course, and Ken Black, and Scott, obviously, Scott Hubbard.
Yeah.
We do have a reading of names this year.
Yeah.
Before we leave, we're going to get Father Jack, our chaplain. He's going to do a list of reading of names for anybody who presents it to us, and we already have a list.
Excellent. Is Father Jack here? No.
Father Jack is here.
All right, let's
and
find him and talk to him for a little
And
bit.
he'll be doing a blessing for us, or a prayer before we leave.
All right.
We're
Thank
going to
you
be
so
leaving
much,
in
Rick.
10 minutes.
All right.
Well, lining up in 10
We got to
minutes.
scramble then, okay? Thank you, Rick. All right, now I'm here with the preacher man himself, Jack Fless.
Oh, wow.
I am
Jack, they
on
call me
Father
TV.
Jack. I call him brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is father a higher rank?
No, that's all. We're all equals.
We're all equals.
We're all
There you go. I
equals.
like your attitude, Jack.
Thank
I
you.
really do. Well, we're here at the memorial ride for Fire and Iron here, and our lost friends and stuff. So why don't you share with us, what's going through your mind right now as you prepare to address the crowd?
Well, every time summer comes up, I'm aware we're going to see headlines of people who have died. And my particular prayer is one for safety, and my second highest prayer is for good decision making regarding alcohol, especially no alcohol while we're driving. And we're going to read, we have, I don't know, over 100 people. I'll probably end up reading 50 or 60 names of folks who have died. Yeah. And we want to remember them and love them and ride safely in their memory.
Will you be splashing holy water on us
No,
again
this
this year?
year not. We decided we'd shorten things up, but I do hope it comes back because I like the blessing of the water.
Well, I do too. My bike needs it anyways, you know what I mean, on a regular basis.
We both need it. So we'll see. That might come back next year. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Jack, we won't hold you very long. Maybe we'll get to talk a little later on
Okay.
in the show here, but you got things to do, right? You got to go get ready to
it's
go.
It's got that time.
And thank you for doing what you do, my friend.
And you too.
Sherry, do you have anything you want to add before we say goodbye here?
Whoa.
Perfect. A kiss for good luck, right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Alrighty.
You've
Take
been
care.
blessed.
Thank you, Stephen.
Absolutely.
I feel blessed.
Have you ever wanted something that you wanted real bad? Have you ever wanted something you just had to have? Think it's time to pray. Yeah, I think it's time to pray. Do you ever think of something and it makes you feel bad? When you have them thoughts, it makes you feel sad. Think it's time to pray. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to pray. Yeah, he was just standing there, hiding his hand in the old town square. Here's my chance to say the words I want him to hear. Have you ever wanted something that you wanted real bad? Have you ever wanted something? Can I call you Dad? I think it's time to pray. Think it's time to pray. Everybody's got problems, and I finally hit bottom. I'm here to say, when you think it's all over, there's a new beginning on its way. I was looking for some healing, and I found some revealing just the other day. Think it's time to pray. Think it's time to pray. Have you ever wanted something that you wanted real bad? I wanna say I love you. Can you hear me, Dad? I think it's time to pray. Yeah, I think it's time to pray.
When we return, we'll take you back to our closing at Marlee's Ride. You can help support our troops by participating in the 10th anniversary of the Spring Ride for the Troops that takes place on Saturday, April 30th, out of York High School. Registrations are from 8 to 10:30 a.m. Please go to ridinsteel.com for details.
Marlee's Ride, a ride to remember, Sunday, May 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Pepper's Garden Grill in Winthrop. Kickstands up at noon. Your $20 donation also gets you into the barbecue. Music by Caldwell Brothers. For more information, call Pepper's Garden Grill at 377-8877 or email Ted Johnston at gwi.net. Proceeds provide scholarships to the Julia Kluge Summer Camp for Girls at Camp KV.
We are at the end of the ride, and soon they'll be drawing the winning hand for the poker run. You know, poker runs are kind of, well, there's rules to play by these poker runs here in the state of Maine. We can't do it for cash, so they, you know, they're doing it for prizes here, and they got some pretty neat prizes that they're going to be giving to people. But anyways, Misty had her first shot at being a co-host with Todd Sanders today. How do you feel, you know, how do you feel about doing something like this with us?
I think it's amazing, actually. It's an amazing feeling to help support the community and just overall help everybody. Thank you for having me, and I would love to do it again.
Excellent. Well, you're welcome to join us on all the rides. We're out every weekend, Misty, so be ready to roll, okay?
I will. It's a little nerve-wracking at first, but we'll get a handle on it.
Yeah. Once you see her, you know, natural personality instead of this nervous one, you're going to love this girl, I'll tell you. Todd, what did you think of today, buddy?
Yeah, it's always a great ride. We cover this ride every year, or we have for the last 3. This is the 4th year of the ride, and they always go on a great route. It's a nice ride. It's a well-organized ride. You said the gifts they give away. They always give away a lot of really good prizes. So, you know, not that that's the reason we come to these things, but it is a motivator for people to come. You know, and we got to give her credit because it's difficult to take the mic and be put on the spot. And I don't know how much preparation Steve gave you. Probably.
Well, you know, to this very day, Todd usually takes about 5 takes per interview. Okay.
It's usually the angle I want to get to make sure that we're. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. As the years go by, these bellies seem to be getting bigger.
And it's not easy. You get smaller hosts, so that makes it even harder. But
I know, we can't hide behind her.
I know. But you know, I think every time we do these things, you think of something you wish you'd asked or something that you wanted to say. So, in the short period of time that we have, we try to get as much information out to people as we can and get as many questions asked and provide as much, as I said, information. So it's we're unpaid and certainly unprofessional, but we do the best we can. You know, we got Richard and Dan behind the camera. They come with us all the time to do these events, and Steve and myself, and it's always good to have new people on board. So welcome on board.
Yeah, I was watching the interview that you were having with your Uncle Peter, and you know, and I was thinking about, you know, how the Johnstons have lost their child, and we know that Peter and his wife lost their son as well. So there's something that they can relate to here, not only in just supporting good friends, but they understand what it feels like for a family to go through a loss such as that. And I think a lot of people who come to this particular ride feel the same way. When it comes to kids, it's like they will come out, and we took on the challenge of possibly having it downpour on us today, and we still showed up, and there was a good probably 30 riders that stuck it out, you know, and some of them filtered off a little, you know, a couple of them may have filtered off the ride, but for the most part they stuck it out, you know, and we're still lucking out. It's not raining yet, you know, so we might make it home dry.
Which is always a plus.
If it rained or if it was hailing, I don't even care if it was snowing. This ride has a lot of sentimental value to me, especially where I lost my brother also. It hits home, and I want to be here to support people.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to do.
Excellent, and we're going to have a great time at it too, you know. Absolutely. We love coming out and doing this kind of thing. I mean, we've been doing it for 8 years now, right? We're going on season 9. This is season 9. That's, you know, that's quite a bit of dedication from all these guys I got helping me here, and I really do appreciate their support and their efforts in volunteering for me, for us all actually. So folks, please tune in each week at 10:30 a.m. on WPME. Go to ridinsteel.com, register on onto my website, and if you know of any charity ride organizers out there that are putting together an event that involves the motorcycle community, please get it on my calendar, and the Ridin Steel production crew will show up at your ride. So thank you for watching Ridin Steel. Before we close out today's episode of Ridin Steel, I want to share some photos taken on International Female Rider Day and Fire and Iron's Memorial Ride of 2016.
$1 is a $1 and a dime is a dime. I go get a job, all I ever got but time.
next to me.
Saturday, May 6th is International Female Rider Day. A group of lady riders will be meeting at LA Harley by 9 a.m. and heading for the Augusta Civic Center by 10 a.m. Or you can just show up at the Augusta Civic Center for the meet and greet and Guardian Bell and patch exchange. It all takes place on Saturday, May 6th. Go to ridinsteel.com for details.
Lazy slob, she got a cat named Jimmy, she got a dog named Bo. I think she was a little crazy, and I think I told her so. Then she touched me somewhere that I'd rather not say, and so it seemed to me that things were finally going my way. Hey, bus driver, hey, bus driver, could you tell a little faster? I really got to know. It's me and my girl, we got a long way to go. She had long, long hair and long, long legs and tits like ripe tomatoes and blue eyes that said more than she really told me. I guess I could be wrong when she whispered something to me and I was really gone and things were happening pretty quickly. Do you understand me? Before I knew it, things are getting out of hand. Hey, bus driver, hey, bus driver, could you tell a little faster? I really got to know. It's me and my girl, we got a long way to go. Don't mean to start no trouble, don't mean to criticize, but if things don't change real soon, you know, we're all gonna fry, we're all gonna fry. Yeah, they say we're all gonna fry. Mr. Politician, here's a message for you. The hand that feeds that corporate greed's gonna point to you, so what you gonna do?
Ridin Steel is brought to you in part by
Ray Labby & Sons Incorporated in Brunswick, a family-owned construction company servicing the Mid-Coast area since 1955. Northern Energy Services LLC of Maine, your locally owned business for residential energy audits, insulation, air sealing, and performance upgrades. For all your home energy needs, it's Northern Energy Services.